Early in the morning on August 29, 2009, Hurricane Katrina struck the Gulf Coast of the United States. When the storm made landfall, it was a Category 3 rating on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane scale. It brought sustained winds of 100 to 140 miles per hour and stretched some 400 miles across. The storm itself did a great deal of damage, but it was the aftermath that was catastrophic. Levee breaches led to massive floodings, and many people charged that the federal government was too slow to meet the needs of the people affected by the storm. Hundreds of thousands of people in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama were displaced from their homes, and experts estimate that Katrina caused more than $100 billion in damages. Hurricane Katrina formed over the Bahamas on August 23, 2005. It crossed Florida as a Category 1, which killed several people and flooded places, before strengthening in quickly in the Gulf of Mexico. New Orleans was at particular risk, though about half the city actually lies above sea level. Its average elevation is about 6 feet below sea level, and is completely surrounded by water. Over the course of the 20th century, the Army Corps engineers had built the system of levees and seawalls to keep the city from flooding. The levees along the Mississippi River were strong and sturdy, but the ones built to hold back Lake Punkatunka, Lake Boring, and the waterlogged swamps were much less reliable. Even before the storm, officials worried that those levees, jerry-built atop sandy, erodible soil, might not withstand a massive storm surge.
I urge all citizens to put their own safety and the safety of their families first by moving to safe ground.
The day before Katrina hit, New Orleans Mayor Ray Nagin issued the city's first ever mandatory evacuation order. He also declared that the Superdome, a stadium located on relatively high ground near downtown, would serve as a shelter of last resort for people who could not leave the city. For example, some 112,000 of New Orleans' nearly 500,000 people did not have access to a car. By nightfall, almost 80% of the city's population had evacuated. Some 10,000 had sought shelter in the Superdome, while tens of thousands others chose to wait out the storm at home. At the Superdome in New Orleans, where supplies had been limited to begin with, officials accepted 15,000 more refugees from the storm on Monday before locking the doors. City leaders had no real plans for anyone else. Tens of thousands of people desperate for food, water, and shelter broke into the Ernest Memorial Convention Center complex, but they found nothing there but chaos. Meanwhile, it was nearly impossible to leave New Orleans. Poor people especially, without cars or any place else to go, were stuck. For instance, people tried to walk over the Crescent City connector near the suburb, but police officers with shotgun forced them to turn back.
That casino used to be there. Really big still. The remains of a bar. So now I know where these beats came from. I found these in a pile of debris.
What if there was no light? Nothing wrong, nothing right. And what if there was no time? And no reason or rhyme? What if you should decide that you don't want me there by your side? That you don't want me there in your life? What if I got it wrong? And no poem or song could put right what I got wrong, or make you feel I belong. And what if you should side, but she don't